What's up, everybody? This is Justin over at GoPro Earthing, and coming to show the MR2. Now that the turbo swap is done and the exhaust system is also done, let's take a look. Here I have the oil catch can. Down here I have the 50 trim turbo. Here, external wastegate. Here I have the dump pipe that was fabricated. This returns the exhaust down into the B pipe. So ignore this piping here. This still needs to be replaced. I'm going to actually bring the piping lower and directly down into the intercooler. So maybe a 45-degree bend. I don't know. It's better off doing smoother mandrel bend, so we'll see. And yeah, it's the car. Everything's going well so far. So let's see what it sounds like. The last video I posted was on an open dump. Let's see on a normal idle. Alright. Keys. Beep. This page here is a PWM idle warm-up duty cycle. This is where you tell your engine what RPM you want it to essentially be at, depending on what the coolant temperature is. And this has to do with a duty cycle. So on the MR2, you want to use a duty cycle based on the throttle body type that it uses. So as you can see here, this is my RPM. And here's the timing, here's the current coolant temperature. So this is the opposite of the last graph. This is going to tell the car how you want it to idle and at what temperature, or at how you want it to idle at a certain coolant temperature. So right now it's right around 715, which for me that's a little bit too low. I'd like it to be between like 750, 775. So I'm going to go ahead and modify this cell here, which is at 160 degrees. And I'm going to set that so that the car idles slightly higher. And I like that you have the granularity of actually setting this pretty easily. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. At this point, I'm tuning my warm-up enrichment. And what this basically consists of is you're trying to get, based on the coolant temperature, you're going to add a certain amount of fuel percentage until the car is warm. And the goal is to get the air-fuel ratio right where you want it for a given RPM when the car is cold. So I'm actually in the process of tuning this right now. So right now, car is at about 150 degrees. The air-fuel ratio is right around where I want it. So I'm just watching the car as it heats up, and I'm making changes as necessary to the percentage. So you can see here, the next place it's going to scale is from 115 to 110% on the warm-up enrichment. So we're gonna watch and see if it gets richer or too lean, and we're gonna make adjustments as necessary. It's really good to do this on a very cold day, and that way you know exactly how your car is gonna warm up. And see here, On this side, you actually set it for what the given coolant temperature is in Fahrenheit. So pretty straightforward, pretty simple. As most of Mega Squared is actually pretty straightforward and simple. So right now, it's kind of on the rich side. So this number is 110. That's signifying 110%. Talking about this number right here where my cursor is. So I'm going to be dropping this number down probably to 108. Yeah, definitely I'm going to drop this down to 108. Now the car is fully warm. It's over 159 degrees on the coolant. It's actually 161 degrees now. So now this bar no longer is taken into account. And now the idle is down where it's supposed to be. The air-fuel ratio is exactly where I want it to be for idling. A little bit on the rich side, not too much, just rich of 14.7. That's where I want it to be. Alright, stay tuned. I'm going to go do a little bit of tuning, and we'll see you guys in a bit. Went ahead and burned those changes. Sometimes when you burn changes, the ECU is going to take it and it's going to shut off for a second. So this is definitely something you don't want to do while you're driving. This is something that you do when the car is stopped. So I'll go ahead and restart the car, and we'll see what the RPM is after these changes are now in. Okay, now you see my idle. So it's 750 now. Remember I said I wanted between 750 and 775. Well, mission successful. Alright, so that's the setting exactly what I wanted. See the coolant temperature now? 163 degrees. It's looking good. So I'm done on this screen. Alright, at this point I'm going to go for a tuning run. And as much as I would love to take you guys with me, I cannot because I broke one of my GoPro mounts. So I'm going to have to replace it with my stack of mounts at home and wait for some more footage tomorrow. I might shoot a little bit more tonight. We'll see. Alright, you guys have a nice evening. I'll catch you next time. But until then, this is Justin signing out from GPE. Peace.